Partee Young here at the University of Miami for Sinbad's Rock and Ride Car Show. This is one of two events that I'm going to take you guys to today. We're going to check out some crazy cars, maybe run in some NFL athletes. Let's go have some fun in Miami. Members here on mysmokinridetv get to talk to Robert, who's a teacher here in Miami. He's got this crazy 69 Chevelle here, and I'm going to have him tell you guys a little bit about the smoking car that we've got behind us here. Tell us about it, Robert.
Well, it all started off as a class project. I work with children that are special needs. They are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade here in South Miami. And we started talking about all the ways of making an honest living and not having to turn to the streets and, you know, to crime and drugs and so forth. So in a class discussion, we got to saying, you know, there's other ways of making an honest living, and one of the kids said, wouldn't it be great if we could, like, buy a car, fix it up and sell it and make some money?
Right.
Well, that conversation led to an array of cars being done, and this one being one of them.
Yeah, well, so tell me some of the highlights of this great car that you got behind us here.
Well, it's a 1969 Chevelle convertible. When she first got here, she was all red, skinny little hubcaps, a white top, white interior. Right. And of course, the students were saying, Mr. Bell, it looks like someone's grandma's car. So obviously we couldn't drive around in grandma's car.
Right.
So we hooked it up. I asked her for their advice. All of the science and all of the math that went into the car is the lessons that they learned in the classroom.
Right.
So, you know, we have to lower the car, so the car weighs this much. We got to divide that by 4. But Mr. Bell, I don't know how to divide. Well, we can't restore this car until you learn how to divide. Yeah. So let's get the division down, then we can continue with the restoration of this car. So at the same time, this vehicle and its other predecessors have helped me motivate them to learn what normally they go, we don't need this, I don't need this, I'm just here to be with my friends. And
yeah.
So it started off, she was red, and we decided let's do a two-tone when we did it again. So I turned it, a nice satin black. We added the 20-inch wheels on there. We did a custom interior to bring out the red and the black theme. So it's drivable, it's fun, and the kids could always say, oh, my teacher has that. And then there's a few other cars that are in the collection now, but it's the whole message was to you don't got to do something illegal to have fun. You don't have to do something illegal to have what you want. If you're willing to work for something hard and you're willing to wait, it'll all come to you in due time.
Well, so I'm glad that you, My Smoke and Ride members, got to hang out with the coolest teacher in Miami, Mr. Robert. Hope you enjoy this really nice Miami weather here with this great convertible car. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, I'm here with an exclusive with this 53 Bentley, Mr. Todd Weston's car here. I'm going to have him tell you guys about it. This is one crazy machine that we've got behind us here. Todd's a My Smoke and Ride member as well, so he's going to give you guys a little info on his car. Tell us about it, Todd.
I'll tell you, I'm so glad you said 53 Bentley as opposed to a 53-year-old Todd. It's just, I'm growing older, but I try to stay a little younger.
Well, you're as classic as the car is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a 53 Mulliner coach Bentley, which there's only 13 of these built for the royal family. And we ended up, it was the right driver. We took it and made it into a left driver so we were a little more comfortable, and a little hot rodded it out, so to speak. We took a 502 Chevy with 500 horsepower under the hood, power glide transmission, and we did a 9-inch Ford rear end, so it's ready to go. It's a good street ride.
Now, I know this thing got to make a trip back to the homeland just recently, didn't it, to do a little tour of Europe?
Yes, it did. It went over to Germany. Ever since Volkswagen took over Bentley, and of course Rolls-Royce, they decided to bring it back to the homeland. So it went to the Essen Motor Show. It was the feature vehicle along with its sister car, one of our other cars, and it had a great trip, and it was a 2.5-week show. And it came back well, and it was well received there.
Right. Now I know you spent some time and effort in here working on this thing, right? So tell me some of the highlights of the machine.
What was fun about it's an aluminum body. So fitting the doors was our toughest. They even have the wood framed inside, right. So you had a little bit of shifting and so forth. That was kind of neat about it. But we took it and made it what was. You got to look at a 53-year-old car. Didn't have electric windows. Didn't have power locks. Didn't have power steering. And we went ahead and completely gutted it. This was well, I almost call it a frame-up restoration, but it doesn't come off the body, so you really can't do that much with it. But we went ahead and just went through the whole car, put the complete American drivetrain in it, got Willwood brakes, obviously the custom rims on it and so forth, and made it so it's an American car with a classic look of the British motor coach.
Right. Well, I'm glad you, my Smoke and Ride members, got to hang out here with Mr. Todd. His 53 Bentley is one Smoke and Ride.
Thank you, Tim.
Hey, just like I promised you guys, we're over here at the second car show. It's downtown here in Miami. There's a lot of stuff that's going on here today for the Super Bowl. We're going to go check out some more crazy cars. Let's go have some fun. All right, so you My Smoke and Ride TV members, this is an exclusive, first in the world. My man Tony here has got a tent job that you guys aren't even going to believe. So tell me about it, Tony.
Well, basically, it's a new glass technology to where you can adjust your tent with the click of a remote.
I'm here with my buddy Tyrone. He's got the most hooked up, blown up 300 I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to have him tell you guys a little bit about this thing. Tell me about the Smoke and Ride, Tyrone.
Yeah, it's a 2006 Chrysler 300C on 26 Hypnotics. I got the Oscar and suede on the inside, fiberglass, lamo doors, suicide doors, 2 front T2s, 15s, got speakers in the grill, the Hemi. I can go on and on. So, you know, this is what it is, what it is. I'm glad to be here in Miami for the Super Bowl weekend.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you, my Smoke and Ride members, got to see this crazy 300. Thanks, man.
All right,
Cool. So you guys never know who you're going to run into here in Miami. I'm here with music mogul Swiss Beats here. How is the car show treating you, man?
Oh man, the car show is amazing. I've been doing this for about 12, 13 years. I'm a car specialist myself. You know, so being here is just super fun. I got my kids out here, you know, and they having fun. So, you know, it's showtime.
Right, so now you're going to check out some cars today, maybe the game tomorrow, right?
Yeah. We in and out, having fun.
That's good. Well, I'm glad you, my Smoke and Ride members, got to hang out here with Swiss and I. Take care. Thanks for joining me, Partee Young, in another episode of My Smoke and Ride TV. I hope you guys had a great time here at these 2 crazy car shows that I took you here today. You guys make sure to upgrade to second gear, because you never know where I'm going to take you next.